Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And welcome to Chinwag number 90. Number 90.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this really muggy Friday. I don't know what the weather's like down where you guys are, but
It's quite muggy.
Round here, it's pretty muggy.
Yeah.
It's been warm. I've been enjoying it though. It's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Can't complain, but it's been muggy.
Needs to rain.
It does need. It feels like it needs to rain. Yeah, it needs to rain.
We're meant to get some over the weekend, so.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So yeah, welcome to the chat. I'm so surprised that we've done 90 of these on you. Gotta say, I'm also equally surprised to see that the chat is already going.
Yeah.
I absolutely think that's so incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys. It looks like Blitz Simon was in first today, so hi there. Peter Ray won't be able to join us as he was travelling back from Legoland with a mate. Did a vlog, got 2 or possibly 3 videos to come out, so we'll be looking forward to those. Mr. Diggs Deals says hi as well. Ray Cunningham says Peter still first even though he's not watching the stream. That's a funny comment, Ray. Thank you for that. I love comedy comments are my favourite, like jokes and things. Stu Mandry as well says evening. We've got Black Country Trader as well.
Hello.
Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well too. Karin makes and resells fish. It says evening chaps and chapesses, or is chaps for both? I don't know. Is it like actors? You don't say actor and actress now. You just say actors. Yeah.
Actors.
Chaps. Oh no, chaps, chapesses. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, chaps and ladies and I don't know. Ray says, Simon, you were indeed first. Ben Gilbert says, hi Ben, how are you?
Hello. Jay
Burke as well. BCP and Lex Oliver as well. Just going to quickly scroll down. Claire Riley. We could say hi as well, actually, to everyone. There's not loads of people. Panzer1511. Andy Robinson says, hi, fellow clothing resellers and lovers of all thing clothing. Oh, well, we haven't sold any clothing this week, so you might be in the wrong chat. We haven't sold
We barely sell clothing.
Yeah. We barely sell anything at the moment, to be fair. So
that would be a better statement, actually.
So yeah,
we barely sell anything.
We're very we called it weekly eBay reseller sales chat. We should have put kind of in the brackets.
Kind of.
Panzer1511 says hi. Stephen Moore and Corey Barlow says, can I talk in this yet? Boy, back in business. Hi, Corey. Good to see your account is back.
Yeah, I think Corey was having trouble with his account.
Yes, he was.
In the live chats.
Well, good to see it's working.
That you're getting it to work.
Richard Payne, Barry Francis, Paul Calvert says, haven't been here for a while. Hello, or hi, Paul.
Hello.
Lisa says, hi, all. Hope I can stay on. Big storm here at the moment. Yippee. Oh my God.
Ooh.
Storms.
I think, we're meant to get some rain over the weekend. Whether it happens is another matter. Because it keeps changing.
Oh wow, Gary's saying evening from a very stormy Scarborough. Wow, is it proper thunder and... Man, we've got nothing at the moment. We've got a few clouds,
but grey.
It looks a little bit grey, but we've not had any bad weather recently. So I suppose we're due it, aren't we? We are due it. Due some rain in the northwest. Mike's Graphics and Hamilton. Kelly says, thumbs up, 91 watching. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you. That's you know what, guys? I hope you haven't got anything better to do on a Friday evening, and that's why you're hanging here with us. Thank you for joining us. Really do appreciate it. We know we don't always have the most content-packed shows. We kind of try our best, but yeah. Gary says, yeah, really bad. Oh, wow. Well, hopefully it won't be terrible, as in it won't do any damage. Hi all, amazing thunderstorms in North London, says Al's Attic. So glad of it. I know what you mean. When you get that kind of thunderstorm after a period of hot weather, it clears the air, doesn't it? It's nice. It's one of those times where you do. Wow, Lisa Curry says big storms, thunder, strong wind, blew the trampoline nearly over the fence. Wowza. Long overdue here, love a good storm. Wow, that is crazy. And Luke Rathbone is in North Wales and they're saying there's thunderstorms. Corey says, sat here eating cookies, my Friday nights in a nutshell. You know what? There are much worse Friday nights to have, sitting there and eating cookies. I mean, it depends what they are. Are they Marylands? Are they Foxes? Are they like the ones that you buy from the bakery? It depends really.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? What do you prefer?
I don't know. There's Sainsbury's used to do some really nice ones actually.
Used to. I think they still do them.
They probably still do.
Yeah,
I just don't buy
I still
them.
think they're in the cookie business.
No, but
The way you said
as
it.
in
I know it's just the way you said
but
it.
it was like a packeted brand. I can't remember.
Oh, a packeted brand.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it
what
wasn't the
brand
bakery
was.
one?
No, it wasn't the bakery one.
Are you sure it wasn't just like their rip-off of Marylands?
No, because they were really nice.
Oh, what are you saying? Maryland's not nice?
Yeah, they're nice, but these were nicer.
Well, I don't want to carry that conversation on because we all know Marylands make the best cookies.
Yeah, and Sainsbury's do a very good version.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Right. Ray says, as a hit, I love this Friday stream. I'm glad you enjoy it, Ray. If you don't get it tonight, you'll totally miss it, says Mike's Graphics. Oh gosh. Barry says, sadly, it's true for me that I haven't anything better to do on a Friday evening. That's okay, Barry.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thanks
Barry.
for joining us. So, we need more people like you, Barry. People with nothing better to do. So thank you, Barry, for joining us. No had for about a minute and moved on. Best get dancing, says Karen. Okay. Where you at, Karen? I know, not far from me, says Lisa. Are they Galaxy cookie? And they're Galaxy cookies.
Okay.
Galaxy cookies.
Nice.
Wow. Mark and Grace eBay Reseller says, hi, this is our first live video watching.
Oh, thank you.
Hi,
for joining
Mark
us.
and Grace eBay Resellers. How are you? Thanks for joining us. We will get to some kind of resell style talk at some point.
Yeah, well,
we normally take questions.
We've been on for 7 minutes. So
Saying
it would be nice
hi
if
to
we
people.
could get onto the eBay stuff.
Oh, yeah, but come on, Reselling Polly's is coming in with some quality comment there. Just ate a large garlic bread with cheese and mushrooms.
That's quite nice.
See, the problem is in our house we can't have mushrooms on anything.
No,
because
I love mushrooms.
Yeah, I love mushrooms as well, but our daughters have just decided they don't
like the texture or something.
Yeah.
I used to put it in spaghetti bolognese.
All kinds of stuff. Whatever you could put them in.
Chicken pie.
Yeah.
When I used to make
when you have a full
English,
you have like button mushrooms on the side, don't you? Yeah. They've just decided they don't like the texture. And the thing is, our girls aren't like.
They're not fussy.
No, they're not fussy eaters. They're kind of like really relaxed.
So when they say they don't like something, I'm kind of inclined to believe them.
Exactly. Yeah. So we let them have that. All right. Guys, we need to figure out how to make eBay Open happen in the UK, says Corey. Oh wow, yeah, guys, could you, if anyone has any like knowledge about that, let me know. I did see quite a few videos pop up on YouTube with their names. God, what are their names?
Man.
You know, the really young, good-looking couple.
Oh,
you know like one guy. I was on the thrift battle with them, and they've got a huge channel. They're huge. I'm gonna remember the name. What's their name? Do you know?
Oh,
I don't want to say anything stupid, like something hustle. Something. I don't know. No, it can't be. They've got the fist bump as well. They do a fist bump, right?
This is embarrassing.
No,
I follow them.
I'm subscribed. Rally Roots. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes,
that
Rally
just
Roots.
went for it. I could see them in their...
Yeah, I could see them in their glory because they're glorious couple, aren't they? Yeah, young,
remember.
Amazing.
See, this is
couple,
what happens. Yeah. We're just old.
Yeah,
now.
we're just
past it.
We can't even remember names, guys. But yeah, Rally Roots, amazing. Rally Roots were Anton Dex SG.
But no, they.
Our reselling places. My kids don't like mushrooms either. But this was just for me. Wow. And Corey says dropped 500 quid on a lot of vintage Lego today. Wish me luck. Yeah, I was just saying that Rally Roots. Yes, thank you. And yeah, Rally Roots. Are like officially. I saw from like loads of videos coming up for eBay Open, and I think they're there like presenting it because they were. I haven't seen any either, but they were like behind the desk.
But
so
I did see
yeah.
it pop up on YouTube
And
this week.
eBay Open. I mean, it sounds like quite a cool official thing, I guess, where they invite sellers and what tell them what they're going to be planning on doing going forward. I guess
definitely be interesting.
It would be cool. I mean, it's a shame that it's not here, but not here.
Not here.
Here. God, it's a shame it's not here, as in the UK.
Yeah.
But obviously they have they're based over there. It's huge amount of people over there, a huge amount of eBay sellers over there naturally, and it made sense, I guess. I'd be interested to see what they talk about. Okay, Blitz says, I know 2 people that are at the eBay Open. Really just, wow, that is crazy. Loads of YouTube eBay sellers talk at eBay Open. You guys would probably have a small panel if we could make it happen.
Not sure about that.
Yeah,
I think there's people that eBay much better than we do.
And you kind of need to have some eBay stuff to talk about. If you haven't noticed, we've been talking for like 11 minutes.
And we haven't even got to the eBay stuff.
We'll get. I tell you what, guys. How's this? It's at 11 past. We're gonna get to some eBay stuff, right? Here we go. Yeah. And I would love to know more about the eBay Open. What are your guys' thoughts on, if you've seen any of the videos, like what rally routes been talking about, what have they been informed about?
There's all kinds of YouTubers and stuff
going there as
well.
Though,
aren't there?
Yeah, there must have been a lot of people there. Anne says some exciting plans for sellers coming up on eBay in the future. See, I feel a bit out of the loop on it. I should really check it out. I've just been really kind of focused on trying to get our inventory sorted out, because it's so.
I mean, I'm talking to you about eBay, but I feel really out of the loop. Just in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of the downsides of you going back to work is we found that, well, like Rebecca, you
chat to me about it every day. You tell me exactly what's going on, what you've been up to,
how many kills I've gotten,
how many
my
kills
KD
you've gotten
is.
in I was going to say Street Fighter.
In Street Fighter,
in Fortnite.
But you're feeling a little bit
that day.
Yeah,
I do feel a bit out of the loop when it comes to it. I suppose the thing is, I've still got the eBay app on my phone, so I can always check in when I'm on my lunch, and I always check in and have a look and see what's going on.
Anything sold or whatever,
So I make sure it's none of my stuff that's sold, so that I can just make sure I package it for you before I go into work and stuff. But I just feel a bit out of it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, that's inevitable happen, almost, isn't it? I mean, we're going to try to keep you in the loop as much as we can, and obviously doing this for Friday chat is kind of part of helping you keep in the
gives
zone.
Gives me a good idea of what's going on.
Exactly.
Then again, I know I've seen what the sales are on. So.
Hey, we've had some sales today. We had some sales there. Sales. Okay, guys, sales, as some of you will know, it's one of those situations where sales have been pretty not great.
They've not been fantastic.
But again, you've got to take data whenever you're looking at sales data. Firstly, it's always very dangerous to judge your sales over a week or two. Some people will say even over a month is, a month I would say is quite a good indicator, but really you need to have like a year's worth of data to be able to really say what's going on,
Like you showed me the figures for like what we had done last year and what we're doing now. Yeah. And
I mean, our sales this week, I'll talk about them quickly. I mean, before I carry on, I've just seen a message from David McGregor saying, "Hi guys, can I get a shout out to the newest fan of the Chinwag? Rory McGregor. He only lasted 2 minutes before wailing, then falling asleep, and you hadn't even started the RC sales yet." Oh, you know what? Welcome, Rory McGregor. Yes. Oh, that is fantastic news. That is amazing. Daddy David, man. Yeah. Daddy. I wonder how long before he knows all the choice language that David likes to use. David. But that is congratulations, David, and and the family. That is fantastic. That is so cool. Corey and Jason saying hi to little Rory. But getting back to our sales, they have been very up and down, but we've kind of been seeing that it's been quite obvious. We've been comparing. Luckily, we've got figures for like the last year, the year before, and even though our sales are not great this week, they're pretty bad. There's a couple of good points about it. Firstly, if you look at where we are, year to date, like, so 2018, 7 months of 2018 versus 7 months of 2017, we are spanking 2017. Our sales are up a fair chunk. I'm actually going to have a look and see what the situation is. Okay, let me just have a look. eBay are trying to encourage new buyers onto the platform. People can buy, and if they want later open an account. Oh wow, so they're going to allow more people to buy. That's a good feature. All right, so we're going to do a few like little we'll do some figures, right? We're going to do some figures. So I'm going to share with you guys what we've done so far. Okay, bam, there we go. All right, so far, this is 2018 so far, guys, right? Now, this is just what we've sold in total from January till now. That's just our sales, right? Now, you can see from January, literally the whole year, 2018 has beaten 2017. And you can see that how 2017 and 2018, the sales graph really does mirror, and this is the beauty of looking at long-term like long-term figures rather than short-term figures. So you can see our sales are actually 25% up from 2017. So even though I look at this week's sales and it makes me sad,
it makes me sad.
Feels bad, as people say, feels bad, right? It makes you feel bad. You can see there's a lot of positives to be taken. We're 25% up over 2017. Our number of transactions is up hugely, right? And you can see there's a pattern. That's the beauty of this. I love that there's a pattern. The two lines are hugging each other. They're like parallel, or they're running parallel along each other. And at one point they've actually matched. So our June slump, our June slump is matched pretty much, and July so far is like, kind of matching as well. So a bit of a drop there. So that is what I like to look at, and that makes me feel positive, because we've been feeling a little bit kind of, what are we doing recently, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, and it's good to kind of give ourselves the reminder of like the yearly figures and just seeing where we are overall for the year, because it does make you sit there and go, okay, we're still doing well. It's still doing what it should be doing. Yeah, okay, we're having some quiet. I think it's a couple of months really. It's been a bit quieter. Yeah. But again, we're hitting like the summer, so that's bound to happen. There's always going to be a slowdown, especially when you're buying and selling. Yeah. It's not always going to be like top figures all of the time.
Exactly. So. Yeah. I mean, just to point out as well, I mean, that is so far, that's only 7 months of data. That's not 12 months, Simon. That's just 7 months. And like do we think we're going to hit the VAT threshold? I don't know. I doubt it. I think we're going to be just under it this year.
Yeah, not this year.
But that's not really a problem. And the cool thing is, right, so even though I'm going to show you the sales, I suppose what I'm doing, guys, is I'm kind of buttering you up, making myself feel good
you see this
before I show you this week's figures. But what I want to say is a lot of this stock now owes us nothing.
Yeah, we're well into profit with it.
Like everything we have sold, it's like, do you know what I mean? Like it owes us nothing. So all we've got to pay out of it are our fees, and obviously put money aside for tax. And at the moment, what's really chewing us is that working capital, which thankfully comes to an end
in October.
I think it's 3 months, they reckon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on its thing. Right. And
but around October, probably towards the end of October.
Yeah. So question, looking at last year's figures, when did they pick back up? I can have a look.
I was going to say, I think it was...
Yeah, I mean, they started to pick... Yeah, June, July were like pretty... Oh, no, that's going... hold on. Let's do...
Fine.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Okay. No, that's when the working capital comes in.
Yeah, we can't include that.
July was bad, and then I think August was okay. Yeah. And I think it was October where we saw the big end of September. Yeah. Then October onwards was huge. Yeah. And that's when we started listing and putting the haul. That's when the haul came in, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, we managed to get the haul towards the end of August, wasn't it? But you were dealing with it on your own at that point. So September we'd started listing.
I remember, and then
and then when it came to October, November, is that when I joined in? Because you kind of were getting
and everything we sold, like this week, for example, is from that haul, and it owes us nothing now. Graham says feeling a little bad about bad sales is not a bad thing. It just means that you really care about your business. Question: what do you guys do about taxes? It's an area that I find super confusing, says Corey. You should definitely get on top of it, Corey. Last thing you want is for tax to become
don't leave it to last minute. Something's always going to crop up and catch you out.
And doing your taxes is one thing, but also keeping the money aside to pay them is a separate thing. So make sure you do both of those, otherwise it's just going to cause you headache. So I mean, taxes, as long as you're under the VAT threshold, which we currently are, they're quite easy. They shouldn't be that worrying, because you can use like simplified accounting, but obviously check with an accountant, because this is not financial advice, blah blah blah. You've got to, you should know that to do that. Stephen says, it's my first year of eBay full time. One day I get worried about sales, and next I'm okay. Ups and downs. You will definitely feel that.
There's a graph that we have on our wall over there, actually. Day in the life.
Ups and downs. Like that. It is always ups and downs. And I used to think you would just get used to it, and I think you just get used to dealing with it rather than getting used to it. I used to think that I would be like used to the ups and downs by now, because we've been doing it for so long now. I thought I'd be okay with quiet sales days, but when they're happening, they still gut punch you. They still feel bad, and I think the only thing that changes is that because of your experience of the past, you just learn to cope with it better. Like but you still feel bad, don't you? Still. I don't think it ever gets to a point where you're like, I slow down. I mean, maybe you do, like after an even longer period of time where you just feel, I'm used to this.
I just seen a message from Al's Attic. You've just scrolled it up.
Oh, okay. Gosh.
But it's how's work going?
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Work is going really well. Really enjoying it. It's nice to be back in that sort of environment. I'm really liking the social aspect of it. Just enjoying it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I am enjoying it.
Corinne says it's my 1 year in reselling anniversary on the 2nd of August. It's gone so fast. Oh, congratulations, Corinne.
It does go quickly, doesn't it?
It does fly by. Right. When setting up an eBay business, says John Marsden, what do they mean registered business name, new eBayer here? Well, as a sole trader, the chances are it's just going to be your name. It's only if you set up a limited company, then you'd put that in, but you'd have to create a company for that, and then you wouldn't be a sole trader. You'd be but hi Lisa Fenn, how are you? Lisa Fenn's in the chat as well. Bumblebee as well. So a few people popping in saying hi. That's fantastic. Kevin Rosen says, how is the social media ban going? It's like, it's not a ban. I don't feel it's a ban.
We're still doing YouTube.
This is huge social media.
This is still social media.
Yeah, guys. We've just chosen our poison.
We've just chosen to kind of limit
how much we've
got on our plate.
It was a case of we love YouTube the most.
Both our Instagrams are gonna be going if they haven't already gone. And both of us aren't on Facebook now as well. So YouTube is where we are.
We love it. I mean, it's like, well, I mean, I've been enjoying it, if I'm honest. I feel pretty like I've got more attention for stuff. And
you said you feel like you're getting more work done.
Definitely, because I find that I've just got more time. It's like suddenly I've got more time.
I haven't got the option of going on my phone when I'm at work, because my phone has to be in my locker anyway. I'm not allowed it, when I'm at work anyway. So for me, I'm not constantly looking at my phone when I'm at work anyway. But so it's more what it's done for the evenings, I think, because I used to really just be on my phone like constantly in the evenings, and I'm not now. I'm actually doing bits and pieces that I want to do, like knitting or whatever it is.
Sean Gilbert, I'm sorry, I can't answer your national insurance level question. I've got a feeling that there's one which is like you can pay if you want to, but I think it depends on how much profit you've made. And then once you go over a certain level, then I think you have to pay like class 4, is it, that we do?
I can't remember.
Yeah, so you'd have to check that out. The info's on HMRC.
There is
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Stu says July has been a funny month, increasing the number of returns, but the average sale price is way up and looks like it will be at worst by second best month ever. Wow, your second. That's great, Stu. It's amazing. When I list more, I sell more. It's like magic, says Stephen Moore. Yeah, I mean, one thing we've noticed, actually, we'll get to the last 7 days. Actually, because we haven't shown the past 7 days. So we keep getting
distracted.
We're gonna bring it down to earth, and we're gonna show you.
Hold
on, I want to answer Lisa's question. Z, did the council cut your hair, mate?
No, I did.
I think it's fantastic.
Do you know what? It wasn't meant to be this short. It's just I messed it up.
Yeah.
First of all,
I like it.
But yeah.
Stephen Moore has a question. How are Nick and Andrew doing? I've spoken to Nick, on text a couple of times. As you can imagine, it's not easy. It's not easy, guys. They are, but if anyone's resilient enough to deal with something like this, Nick and Andrew will be able to do it. It's obviously going to be tough on them, and it's gonna be tough on Ellen. It's gonna be tough on the whole family. It's like losing a family member, guys. As weird as that might sound to some of you out there who maybe don't own pets, and more specifically dogs. Dogs have got like some voodoo going on, that they connect with you, man. So and Corey says, Rip Monty, definitely, bless him. We were lucky enough to actually have him up here when they came up. It was last year now, wasn't it?
Last year July it was. Yeah.
So it was cool to see him, and he did meet Alf, and Alf did try to hump him. Which is what Alf does. It's obviously. I mean, I think Nick was saying that they're hoping to be back on to do the chat on Sunday. So Nick and Andrew will hopefully be back on Sunday, and I'm sure we'll be there to support them. Right. Okay. Let's just go down to the south. Lisa says. Oh, Lisa Curry says, I've stepped away from Facebook for the most part. It does zap time and you achieve so little from it. I feel better from not being on it as much. I literally check it once a day, if that. See, that's really well disciplined of you, Lisa.
See, I wasn't that disciplined. That's why I had to get rid of it.
I think that's the issue. Sometimes, I think, I agree when people say that it's actually a really good tool. To promote, like, for example, if some of you might know George Ross, who actually actively promotes his his store on Facebook. He has a Facebook page, and he's actually had some really good sales through that as well. But you've got to be disciplined to use it for good, right? It's kind of like one of those situations where you can say, oh, the internet's a great tool, and it is, isn't it? But if you use it just to play video games all day, how great is it really? How helpful is it? Internet's great, you can run a business from it. Yes, you can, if you actually sit down and do that. But if you just allow yourself to go to all the distracting websites that are out there, whatever that might be, online gaming, social media, whatever, then suddenly it's not so useful, is it? And I think that's the same thing. That's what I found was my personal issue. And I didn't want to talk about it much, because not because I want to avoid talking about it, but because stepping away from social media can become a very preachy thing. You just have to go onto YouTube and you will see so many like I hope my video didn't come across like that as well. I really tried for it not to, but you get so many people that are just so up themselves telling everyone how they're not using social media and how it's it's good for me personally because I'm not disciplined.
That's it. That's all you have to say about it. At the end of the day, it suits some people better than it suits other people.
If I was more disciplined, I'd love to still have it, because it is a good tool. Even for our YouTube channel, you build your brand and your Facebook page and whatever, and all that, but I wasn't. So anyway, move on.
We're going to go into sales. Because we've threatened this twice now.
We've threatened it.
We're going to show you.
Oh wow, Kevin says there's a Revox tuner up for auction tomorrow. Some are listed for over $1,000, but none have sold for that. Oh my god, Kevin. If it's Revox, okay, Revox I've sold a couple of times in the past. They're a Swiss manufacturer. I have sold a Revox tape deck for like 480 quid in the past, and I've sold an amp for about 500 quid. and they weren't. They were working, but depends on what part it is. I've not seen a tuner before, but it wouldn't surprise me. £1,000 sounds a little bit high, but £500 would not surprise me at all. But then again, I don't know about the model number of the tuner or whatever, and the tuner may be super rare, so it could well be worth that much money. But yes, Revox is an extremely good brand to look out for. They're a vintage manufacturer, and if you can find like their 8 tracks as well, Revox, definitely sounds realistic to me. Who asked that question about Revox? I just got excited when I saw the Revox. Kevin Rosen, right? I've lost it.
Yeah. It's right in front of you.
Is it in front? Ah, there you go. Yeah. Revox. Yeah. I should have glasses, maybe.
I think you should.
Okay.
Anyway, sales. Come on.
Chill, Winston. Okay. All right. We're going to do our sales then for the past 7 days. So this is what we have had to deal with for the last 7 days. Yeah. So you can see we're £1 under £500 turnover. Very poor. It was only a couple months ago we were showing £1,500 in 7 days. Yeah. So to drop to 500 in 7 days, pretty poor. However, time of year, I'm not getting upset because like we showed you overall for the year, we're still smashing it. We're 25% up on 2017 so far. And also we didn't have to pay for any of this stock. This was all already in our inventory. It's already been paid for. So anything we make from it is going to be pure profit. So yes, we're disappointed that it has dropped. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, we'll show you last year. Last year it mirrors it. It was only because we had like a monster day there on the 2017 that we had a better week last year. So it was literally, you know, that's the difference between, you know, we if you look at the rest, we're pretty good. We're matching, you know, we're beating some, you know, that obviously killed us because last year we had that £330 day with just 5 transactions. So, you know, and this year we didn't have that. And, you know, other than that, it's just one of those things where we're just going to have to kind of, you know, just deal with it really. Average selling price, £16. Obviously it reflects what we're selling, you know. We have talked about, so that's our sales for the last 7 days. One thing we've talked about that I think we both feel has affected us is if you're worried about turnover amount, I suppose what's missing is we haven't had any big ticket sales.
No, and we haven't done for probably a couple of months now.
Couple of weeks, I'd say.
Couple of weeks?
Yeah, couple of weeks. Few weeks, yeah. But overall, a couple of months would be probably more accurate.
I'm just thinking overall really, because I know that we haven't sold anything like massively like you know, high ticket.
Yeah, we haven't sold any massive high ticket stuff. Yeah, you're right. It's been a while.
Because at the beginning of the year we had a lot of RC cars and stuff like that. Well, we haven't had any of that.
We haven't had any like 300 plus pound sales. Yeah. And I think that's something we've definitely noticed that we're like struggling with.
And it's something that we're going to have to address over the next few months, is to kind of have a look at, you know,
a balance,
getting back out there and sourcing a little bit more, because it's good to have the bread and butter items,
and the RC stuff's going to keep coming. You know, touch wood, we've got you know, we can always get more of it, but I think alongside it, it's nice to have some big ticket sales to look forward to, right? I mean, I think you know, sometimes it's like, because you know, normally you can easily have £100 day selling parts because you know, parts aren't super cheap. You know, a small bag of bearings or something, it's like a £5 or whatever. You know, people spend money on these parts, it adds up. But on the days where you don't get those sales, it would be nice if you did have some kind of high ticket item. Is that Alf licking the floor?
Yeah.
Alf, don't lick the floor.
Stop. Go to bed.
Yeah.
Get in your bed.
Where's his bed? He's moved. Has he moved?
He's decided to move. He's moving. Okay.
Yeah. So you know, I think we're definitely going to look towards getting back into that, because I looked at the store and our highest ticket item is only £99.
Yeah.
And normally we've always had, you know, some really good high ticket items.
Yeah, normally had a range, so normally above 100 and you know, going up a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously along with like the
lower value
lower
stuff.
value stuff.
I mean, the lower value stuff I think is always nice because it's consistent, isn't it? Like everything we've sold this week, I know it's only £500 turnover, but it's all made from low value items, isn't it? And that's bread and butter. That's the definition of bread and butter. So I think if we, on top of that, if I had a couple of amps or turntables and, you know, we'd sold a couple of those this week, suddenly the week would have looked a lot juicier, wouldn't it? Right, let's have a look at the chat, guys. Wow, quite a lot of more people. Karen says, did you see my comment under your vidsy? Karen, I'll have to have a look at it. I'm not sure if I can remember. I can't remember, mate. I might have done. I thought I'd reply to comments.
I'm gonna check it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. Hitman says, hi guys, a bit late than normal, but I'll watch the beginning at the end, no worries. Okay. Richard Payne says, do you plan to source some more different stock as the RC sales are down? Well, Richard, I don't think the RC sales are down. I think what it is like, we've noticed that at the beginning we were getting this amount of sales. So for example, we'd sit here and say, oh, we've sold like £1,000 of stuff this week. We would have probably sold the same 500 odd, 600 odd pounds of RC parts, like low value, but then we'd have a £300.
I was going to say the difference was back then we'd have like the £300, you know,
truck
single
going
item
out,
that was going out, which would kind of then push the sales
or
up.
a £500 truck, or two £300 trucks. We had a bunch of high value stuff.
And it's important to look at those things and actually address those things as well. So if you can see that something has changed, and we do tend to do this, we do tend to look over things and go,
it tends to be more
changed?
you, hon. It tends to be more you.
Okay, well,
I was kind of like, I don't care, and then you were like, we haven't sold anything.
And I'll say, look, we haven't done like big ticket items, and this is why, you know, we're coming on here and saying, you know, our turnover has been, you know, £400-500, because, you know, that is the situation. We're selling our bread and butter items, but we haven't necessarily
got any cherries on top,
high ticket items, which was the thing that used to kind of push it up. So I wouldn't say I agree with you when you say that the RC sales aren't necessarily down. It's more a case of, you know, that's
all we've got left now.
The chunky
we've got no more
really.
high. We've got no like with all this RC stuff. We had a bunch of vehicles. I also had a bunch of electricals sat in the shed, which which are all sold now. I think all I've got left is a turntable, but I kind of keep that. You know, but like. We do need to look back at it. You're right. So I think it's definitely, like you said, constantly reevaluating what you're doing, just having a look at it with a fresh pair of eyes. And I think it's what we have found is probably the difference. I mean, because easily this £500 week could have been £1,000 week, could have been a £1,200 week, because all it would need is like that Revox tuner that Kevin's talking about, and that's the kind of items I had. Like I had, you know, like our cam CD players, and you know, you can find these things when you look for them.
I mean, in a way, we will be looking at sourcing to a certain degree, but we'll just be really fussy about it. I think that's what it comes down to, because we're only going to be looking at.
Well, you're going to have to pay up for these things. You're not gonna necessarily get you're not gonna necessarily get these items for cheap. You know, like for example, you know, Kevin's mentioned that item auction. People are going to know, right? Just like you've checked, people are going to know, and then it's just going to come down to how much you're willing to pay. I remember the tape deck that I mentioned that I sold. I sold the Revox tape deck for £480. I think I paid £230 for it at auction.
I think you did pay quite a lot
so,
for it.
You know, I didn't make like a huge amount off it, but it sold quick, so it was a good flip. But right. Blitz Simon says, I've just braved it and turned everything on free returns. I hope it doesn't backfire. I don't think it will. Graham says, Z, can you see yourself sourcing summer related items for next year in order to smooth out the seasonal dips? No. I always have to do what I've got some interest in.
No, I can't see us doing that. We'll probably be doing something different, but No, we won't be doing that.
Can I just read out Shazad's message, hon? I've had a dip in sales, says Shazad. Was comfortably doing 6.5k a week plus, but doing about 5.5k a week for the last couple of weeks. Hopefully should pick up soon. Yeah, I hope it picks up for you, so Shazad. Shazad knows I'm kidding with him. He's like, he does amazing figures. Yeah,
he's always got like over 100 things to package.
Yeah, exactly. Hitman says, are you out and about car boots this weekend?
Nah, probably not.
No, probably not. Not that, after what we've just said about going out and sourcing and finding more stuff.
No. Not at the moment.
But we will be.
We will be soon. But
I think when it comes to sourcing, I think we're going to be a bit more targeted as well, right? So it's more likely to be doing a few more auctions and hauls again. Hauls are always good, you know.
I can't see us doing car boots, but we will be sourcing.
Hey, Reseller Niche Podcast, Mo's in the chat as well.
Oh, hello.
Hi there. Ray says, at Zahir, how about an OBS tutorial?
Man, you've still not done that.
Okay, Ray, I am going to do an OBS tutorial video, but I'll be doing it on my second channel.
You'll be doing it on the other channel.
Yeah, I'll be doing it on my other channel, not on this channel. I will do it though.
Yeah.
This week. No, not this week because it's Friday.
Are you gonna
next week?
Next week.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm going to put it in my book.
Okay.
I've got a book.
Write it in your book.
I'm going to write it in my book.
Shall I write it in your book?
Can you get my crayons? No. Here comes a thunderstorm, says Karin. Oh gosh.
It's gone very grey outside here actually.
Yeah. We've not had anything. Treasure Pirate Heather's in the chat says, oh, Lex, loved your haul in the rain this afternoon. Just brilliant. Oh, cool. Right.
It's just jumped.
Question. At what point do we all start adding the C word to our listing? We never do it, but, you know, I don't think... We never have anything specific.
No.
For Christmas.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. Hitman says, now, am I missing something? Is this the first live chat I've seen without Peter Ray in? Peter messaged that he was...
at the start. Yeah, he said he wasn't going to be able to make it.
Yeah, because he's just coming back from Legoland with his friends.
I think so.
So he wasn't going to be able to make it. What? Oh, that was the children.
Kids. They're just...
Oh, gosh, that made me jump, man. That made me jump. I'm gutted we got rain though. Lots of clouds means we won't see the blood moon, says Lex Oliver. Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's meant to be happening tonight, isn't it? I'm sure Zara said.
Is it? Okay. Karin says, I won't lie, I'm getting a bit bored with clothes. Yeah. Interesting. No, because I find that kind of interesting. I'm like, it makes me feel... Did I over-interest that?
You were just like,
Interesting. Yes. I need a coffee.
You're just going to sit there and think...
How long do you think you can get away?
Should we see how long you can think about this?
I honestly, because...
That just seemed like a longer than
it almost made it look like that I was being like sarcastic or something, but I wasn't. I just had what happened was I started thinking,
and then your mind went blank.
And my mind went blank, and then I thought I forgot what I was meant to be thinking about. So
I would trust you.
Yeah, so I was just left. So I thought I'd try to style it out by continuing to look thoughtful,
work.
And then
interesting.
And then I realised it's actually quite a simple statement you made, and I think it's really important. And it's going to sound even sillier now that I said it, but it's really important that you sell what you are interested in.
Yeah.
Because I think it motivates, it helps you.
But I do think that's really, really difficult as well, because it can also make you not like what you're listing as well. Because if you do enjoy it, do you get what I mean? It can go two ways. Yeah, you can get sick.
You could get sick of something that you like, maybe. Yeah, and that's a danger, isn't it? Yeah. Z strokes his chin and is about to say something really philosophical. Brain fart, says BCP. That was quite accidentally exaggerated. For a moment, Z had a cunning plan and then lost. I just don't know what happened. I just don't know what happened, guys. I mean, that was just it happens sometimes. It's like it's live. This is live. We've got nowhere to hide. But come on, it must happen to you guys where you just forget stuff, right? No? Come on.
Just watch that bit back, yeah.
No.
You'll see why it's
Did my eyes glaze over? Like, did they? Like, I thought I was onto something. Oh man!
Do you know what? Because I know you don't like watching these.
No, I don't watch.
Just watch that bit back.
No, because I just look really like, I know I'm really stupid, but then I'll see myself being really stupid. Oh gosh. Sorry guys.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't mean to put you through all this.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Oh dear.
Should we show you guys some? Should we show you guys some?
No, we said we're not going to do that.
We're not going to. We're going to show you guys.
We've only sold RC this week.
Yeah,
so
we've only sold RC parts,
sales,
so we're not going to share any sales. No. I am going to get back into. However, like we mentioned, I'm going to get back into sourcing items because we are missing high value items. We really are, and we are going to be getting those. I think that's something we've probably noticed. So yeah, right. Let's get back into the comments. RJ says, I love to sell anything I can make money on. It does help if it's something I like, but we'll still try anything. RJ, I think to an extent that can be true if the money's right. Yeah. Like, I will sell something that I'm not interested in if the money's really good. Like I'm not normally a clothes buyer. I'm not really like I'm not into that, but like tour jackets I've done well out of. Yeah. Well, actually, one I've done well out of, one I messed up on.
You and me actually differ though, because I can quite literally.
You'll sell anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not attached. You're like an android. Like when it comes to...
Thank you.
No, it's because we watched PewDiePie play.
That was a really good game, actually.
Become Human or something.
Yeah.
Human become.
I don't
become
know.
Human. Anyway, we watched PewDiePie play this game for like an hour
last night. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was really good. Yeah. It's only available on PS4 though, and we don't have a PS4, so that's a bit sad.
We have to get PS4.
No, we don't.
No.
I'm not buying it for one game.
Exactly. Right. Legend has it the blood moon is the end of the world. I always thought, what would I do if the end of the world was coming? Seems watching Z and Bex live. Oh well, worst ways to die, man. Wow, thanks guys. Wow. Steven says, I bought 5 boxes of clothes about 3 months ago and still have not listed them. So boring. See, that's the risk. risk.
I struggle with clothing as well. I've still got probably about 3 or 4 boxes from the second store to go through.
Shazad says, question, have you considered introducing a different wholesale line? I have spoken to a couple of new suppliers and could potentially double my volume. It's something we've looked into in the RC world because we've focused on quite like a narrow selection of brands. There are some other big brands out there that we don't currently have, such as Traxxas, such as HPI, and we have looked at ways at getting that in bulk.
You've looked.
But the way I found it, when you go to wholesale, your margins just drop massively, and I'm much happier to just buy it like end of line stuff from like my supplier, like when he can't be bothered to deal with something, he's had it too long and he wants to get rid of it. I'm happy just to buy that at a cheaper price and just deal with it that way.
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
So that's probably where we're staying.
Basically, we sell out of date stuff, don't we? Out of date RC.
Pretty much.
We're like
but there's a market for it.
There is, yeah. Those high-end items are hard to find and tie up money, so make a difference to a business, says Treasure Pirate. Yeah, very true.
Absolutely.
Stu Mandry says Z had something important to say, then the word biscuit suddenly popped up in his mind. Important thought immediately wiped forever. Yeah, I can't go back
where you were going with that.
I don't know, but I really thought of something good, guys. You have to believe me.
I know.
You believe me?
I do, because you had your like really.
I really thought I had a great comment,
and I was
man.
like, man,
it was gonna make this video.
And then he was like,
okay.
It
was gonna make this video. Now I've just lost it. You know, it's all gone. Right. I think it's all the old lady clothes I'm selling. It's not stuff I picked. It was a bundle, says Karen. That could be why you're not feeling it.
That's always a tough one.
Yeah. Sorry to brag, we have 2 PS4, says Karen. Gosh. R2Z2, says Lex. Oh, God. Sean says, where do you get bulks in wholesales from? I'm from Lincolnshire and don't know where to start. Sean, the thing is with wholesale, any decent wholesale source isn't going to be no one's going to share it, right? Like, I'm not going to tell you where I get my RC parts from. Shazad won't tell you where he buys his stock from. And all the wholesale that's advertised online, like, you know, where people sell lists and things, you've got to be very careful, because that is being targeted at people who don't necessarily know where to start. What I would suggest is just word of mouth tends to be the best thing. It really does. You know, you start maybe by going to local stores that sell what you're interested in, and see whether they are willing to strike up a deal with you. You know, you could end up buying, like, pretty much what we're doing, guys, is we have a contact now where we can buy stuff that this guy doesn't want to sell in his business anymore. So we're just like another, like, we're just, you know, scavenging those crumbs off his table, right? And that's what you can do. You can set yourself up like that, but you have to get out there and talk and you know, it will happen. You just need to, you know, sometimes you just need that opportunity.
The other thing I was gonna say is, like, when you see like we see it up here, don't we, anyway, like when it's like retirement, you know, closing down sales and things like that. You may not necessarily get a contact that way, but that's another great way to kind of
definitely. That is such a good thing when you're driving around. We didn't necessarily see it as much down south, but up here we've seen it a lot more
up here,
where shops are like closing after 44. What did we see? Like a car garage when we went past, like it was a auto shop, wasn't it? Like selling,
it was all like
like WD-40 or whatever, I don't know, whatever they said. We just drove past,
and we were driving it was driving home yesterday, weren't we, that we saw
my goodness, yesterday the drive. The M6 was a nightmare yesterday. Some guy drove into a bridge on the motorway with his big truck, and they had to shut the M6. And it meant, but this is the kind of thing that can happen, guys, right? Like, we normally take a certain route, and we ended up having to take this route through the local villages. And driving through, we happened to see this shop saying, after 44 years, we're shutting down, blah, blah, blah. Now, if I was in the market for another big lot of that kind of stuff,
that's something we would
have stopped over, taken the details, and there's an opportunity. You know, that's it. So it really is.
It's things like that when you're looking at buying in bulk. You know,
don't think it's like we're doing anything special or magic, because we're not. It's just be outside. You'll see things, guys.
You will.
And I know that sounds really airy fairy, and it probably is to an extent, but that's literally how we do it. We don't have any like specific.
There's not really a secret to it.
We don't have like a secret to it. We don't have like a website that we can go to and it tells us what the deals are, but literally just being out and about and seeing, you know, look for businesses that are shutting down after many years or whatever. That could be your first start to onto something, you know, and then those guys might give you contacts for.
Do your research when you're doing it as well. Don't just think, it's buying in bulk, I'm going to make money on this no matter what. Do your research. Do look at what they are selling, you know.
Stephen Moore.
Oh my goodness.
Was the thinking Z was making his I need to prove it. Oh gosh. Mark and Grace, eBay resellers, what does RC stand for? It's radio controlled, radio control. We sell a lot of radio control stuff. Right. Let's scroll down. Gosh, a lot of comments coming in.
We've missed a bit, haven't we?
RJ said, had my best week in a long time on eBay, have put effort in and it seems to be paying off now. Also, eBay promotion seems to be working. Bought a daily planner to set me goals. That is fantastic, RJ. And yes, it is very much about that.
I think that's great about having a planner.
Shazad says, I'm all about high volume. I'm hoping to turn over $1 million next year. I use pharmaceutical wholesalers. You'll need to have a pharmacy though. There you go. So Shazad, you know, he's in a niche. There's a barrier to entry, right? You need to have a pharmacy. And unfortunately, even in the RC world,
I was going to say some of the
RC manufacturers won't deal with you unless you've got a store. So Traxxas won't sell you but in a way you don't want, because the margins are thin, you know.
Yeah.
Those margins are thin, like you
Exactly.
even if you get an account with Traxxas, you're not getting great margins. It's like, you know. So yeah. Karen says it's about making connections with trade companies, maybe starting with small samples and take from there. I have deals with local charity shops for clothing and slowly making connections with. Definitely. Blitz Simon says trying to find a wholesaler is a pain. I had a Lego wholesaler and got a ton of stock off them, and then they started being bad, holding money, not sending stock. Yeah, that's not good. Right. Stu says at Lex, antiques auctions are one place you don't want to go. Crazy easy to overpay. Definitely, that is true. Okay. Lisa Fenn, did you say oh gosh. Sky News Live Blood Moon says RJ. Oh gosh, I didn't even know. Hitman says, oh no, I was driving north. I guess you would have been southbound. North was clear, so didn't get to see that shop though. Question, shall I take an eBay loan and go and buy vintage clothes by the kilo next week? £600 would get me 90 dresses, I reckon. I don't know enough about vintage clothes, but that doesn't sound like it's I don't know. Yeah, it's I don't know if that's a good price.
I don't know.
You don't know. I would have thought things like that you want to get really cheap. It sounds like 600 quid for 90 dresses. You know, it sounds like they know the value of some of the stuff. I don't know, but do not take my thing into it. You've got the right thinking there, Lex, though, about going and buying like a deal, but 600 quid for 90 dresses sounds a bit expensive. But I don't know, those dresses could be worth 600 quid each, then, you know, I don't know, then I'm talking complete jive. So you've got to know what you're looking into. All right. Hitman UK says, what's an eBay loan? It's not an eBay loan, Hitman UK. Working capital, says Lex. It's okay. What you have to do with working capital is it's a PayPal thing. It's a PayPal thing. Yeah. So this is something that you're going to have to think about in the future. Right now, it's not a problem. PayPal will lend you money for a fixed fee, depending on how much money they see coming into your account, right? So if you've got an eBay business and you're selling monthly, money's coming in, chances are they'll be happy to lend you a little bit of money, right? But in the future, with this new Adyen, is it called Adyen?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I can't remember what the name is, but it begins with an A.
Begins with an A. That's close enough. Begins with an A, says Beck, so we'll go with that. If that happens, it might affect your ability to get a working capital loan in the future. So if you've got the opportunity to take one now, we've been in two minds about this, about taking a loan when you don't have something to spend it on.
We're not sure that we're going to take out another one when ours finishes in October. But we'll decide when October hits. And
to be fair, you need to, I think you need to have something to spend it on, don't you?
Yeah. I'd be worried about taking one out.
And not having anything to spend it on.
Yeah.
Because that would be risky. You'd have to be really careful. Fritz says, hi Z, you're almost a week without Facebook now. How's it going so far? We touched on it earlier, Fritz. I've not noticed. I feel that good about it. So yeah, happy. Rob Crossland says, sorry, a bit late. Storms have taken my internet out. Rob, that sounds absolutely terrible. Wow.
Yeah.
No internet.
I'm really hoping we don't get a storm.
Yeah.
Because I want to play some Fortnite.
Yeah. What if the internet? And we're watching the tournament tonight.
I know.
Well, thanks for joining us, Rob. I'm really sorry to hear the storms are that strong there that it's knocked your internet out. Stu Mandry's got the right question for you, Lex. That average is £7 a dress roughly. What would they sell for? And about £25 plus per dress. See, Lex, kind of answering your own question there. If you're sure that they're all going to be decent, then that sounds really good. Ray says here, I would love to see a live stream on another channel where you and Bex just talk about random stuff other than eBay. I think it would be very entertaining, says Ray. You know what, Ray? We might just start doing it on this channel.
You never know.
We were thinking that we could make this channel just a random channel would have reselling on it still.
Yeah.
You know?
Because there's a couple of other things that we kind of want to do as well.
Yeah.
But we're not really talking about that sort of stuff.
No, not now.
But there are a couple of other things that we want to kind of do.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart, aren't you?
But yeah.
You're such a sweetheart. All right. But thank you, Ray. That's a really kind comment. Reseller Niche says, I sell a little bit of vintage men's clothing and I don't like to pay much at all for it because it's going to sit until that perfect buyer wants it. Maybe it's different with women's stuff, but I would only take a loan to buy quick flips, just my opinion. That's actually a really good point from Mo from Reseller Niche podcast. I really think that's a great point from Mo. You've got to know that you're going to turn over the money quickly, but saying that without taking risks, you don't know how things are going to go. When we bought our giant haul, the stuff that we paid up for, right, and we thought was going to fly out was the stuff that took ages to sell, and the stuff that we got for dirt cheap that we thought were going to be sitting on for ages has been the stuff that's been feeding us for the past year.
Exactly.
So you just don't know.
Yeah.
I would say just go for it. Sometimes you just don't know. I mean, I'd obviously do it if you're comfortable. £600, you'll be able to do something out of it. Karen says, I took 1,000 out, had to pay back 1,150. Yeah, quite reasonable. Lex, you know your stuff, so trust your instincts. Woman says Treasure Pirate. I think that's really good advice there from Treasure Pirate Heather. Well said. eBay are going to introduce Square Trade loans to replace PayPal loans, says Shazad.
Oh, okay, well that's interesting.
PayPal working capital sounds like a new gaming setup for Z, says Gaming Nation.
No.
I don't think so. That's Ash, isn't it? I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Z, are there related items that you can sell to your existing RC customer base? Graham, they tend to come back, don't they?
They do.
We're getting a lot more repeat customers now. So you know, it's one of those things, and they keep breaking things, so they just buy multiples. Yeah. So it's just,
that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Normally they are buying a few things at a time, and we are getting repeat.
Well, we haven't had a storm here yet.
No.
But it's 9 o'clock now.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably go and play a bit of Fortnite. Maybe
before the tournament.
The tournament starts at 11 o'clock.
Yep.
So we're gonna get off now. The stream, that is. I'm just clarifying.
What is wrong with you today?
Just clarifying.
Seriously, man.
It's hot, isn't it? It's all
hot, is it? Yeah. It's gone to your head, is it?
Yeah.
It's gone to your head a little.
Yeah. This one. Ow!
Right.
Alright, guys.
We're gonna go.
Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. We've got over 117 people watching right now.
Did.
Thank you, everybody.
Just you thought you said it quiet.
I said it quiet. I didn't think. Thank you for everyone watching. Over 100 people watching right now. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the chat, please give us a thumbs up. It means a lot. Apparently, it helps with YouTube and stuff. So we're going to ask you for it. And if you have any comments, questions, leave them in the and you know what? If you've got any ideas for videos as well, guys, please just don't feel free to just put them in the comment section, and if we can, we'll do that. David M, the car boot picker, please, you don't need to super chat, but we really appreciate the £5 super chat. Thank you. Stu says domestic abuse right there. Good job, Beck, says Lisa. Don't encourage her. Is there alcohol in those glasses?
Absolutely not.
No, there's not.
No.
It's Coca-Cola Zero.
Honest, I wouldn't have had a Coke. I normally prefer water, but Zahir got these.
Yeah, it's Coke Zero.
That's why I've barely drunk it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Thank you, David, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. David M, the car boot picker. I believe he's actually got his YouTube channel up and running as well. Some good videos on there. You can go and check those out.
And didn't he actually do a video
hang out with Peter Ray?
Peter Ray this week?
He did.
There we go.
Right. Thank you for joining. Yes. Something with graphs would be good, says Stu. We showed graphs, Stu. They were there.
Did you not see our graph?
Yeah, you'll have to go back and search for them. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.